All right, so we are back. This is part 2, and this is specifically for the smaller sizes. So this is extra small through medium. So extra small, small, and medium will do their shoulder panels, their little, well, mini panel, their shoulder connecting strap they'll do it in this exact manner. So if you chain 39 to start your sweater panels, this is the tutorial for you. If you chain 57 or the 75, you're going to find your part 2. I will try to link that, but you will have your part 2 that you'll move on to that'll show you guys how to do yours. So if you have finished up the last row of your back, or I'm sorry, your front panel, you're going to come here and meet up with me, and we're going to do these next, or this shoulder section together. So because it's such a short repeat on this, on what you're doing from end to end, from here to here, I'm going to do this entire section with you together, and I'm going to show you how to finish this out up here so that it connects very easily to the back panel. So specifically, this is to be worked on your front panel because you're working from the bottom up on these panels. So we want this to continue in the same direction and then have our turn be back here at the very edge of the shoulder in the back. So that is what visually is going to look the best when you're making your piece. So you're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to have to connect some yarn over here to get started on my side. But you are going to look at your piece, and in the center you should see that you have directly in the center one of these repeats, and it looks kind of like a flower to me, like a little tulip. So at the tulip here on the chain 3s on this side and on this side, you're going to need to put in a stitch marker. This is going to keep you from moving on past. This is where you're going to be stopping on this side, and this is where you're going to be stopping over here on this side. So make sure that you mark this before you get started. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. Doesn't matter which side you're starting on. You're going to go ahead, and if you have a chain 4 over here, you're going to find the top of the chain 3 here. So you're going to count up 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to go into the top of that third chain, and you're going to connect your yarn, or you have your yarn coming out. Either way, you're going to begin this all the same. We're going to do a chain 1 like that, and we're going to go ahead and do a single crochet right here into the same exact stitch. So regardless of which side you're working on, you're going to do this exactly the same. So I've done a single crochet right there, and I'm going to go ahead and do a chain 2. To move over here, I'm going to skip over this cluster right here, and I'm going to move into this chain 3 and do a single crochet. Just like that. And now I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I'm going to move over here into this section where we did the clustering together. So hopefully you guys can see exactly what I mean. We're skipping over this right here. We're skipping over this chain, and we're coming right here into the center of that cluster section. So we're going to come right there, and you're going to do a double crochet right in the center of it in that little loop that we formed when we did our cluster. So if you pull it apart, you will always see that loop. We're going to do a double crochet right there. And we're going to come out from here with a chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to move over here. We're going to skip over these chains right here. We're going to skip over this cluster, and we're going to go right here into this chain 3 that we have marked with the stitch marker. We're going to move into that chain, or in that chain space, and we're going to do a single crochet. And now you're already at the end of your row. Ta-da! So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3 to move up. And we're going to go ahead and turn our work here. And now we're going to do a double crochet right here into the same single crochet that we just chained up 3 from. We're going to do a double crochet right there. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to move over here to where this double crochet is, and we're going to put a single crochet right there around that chain 5 So right beside that double crochet, we're going to do a single crochet, just like we were doing on our back panel. Now right here in the top of the double crochet, we're going to do another single crochet. And we're going to do a single crochet right here around this chain, right beside the double crochet. So we've got our 3 single crochets. And now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to move over here to this chain 2 space that we created, and we're going to do a double crochet right there into that chain 2. And we're going to do a double crochet right here into that single crochet at the beginning of that row. So we're going to go in there and we're going to do a double crochet. And now we're going to chain 3 to move up. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to turn our work. And now we're going to do another double crochet right here into this first double crochet. So same one that we've done our chain 3 up out of. We're going to go right there into the top of that one and do another double crochet. Just like so. And we're going to wrap our yarn and we're going to do a double crochet right here into this double crochet. So go ahead and do a double crochet right there. And now we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to move over here. We're going to skip this first single crochet and go right there into that center single crochet, the second one, just like we did on our panels, and do a single crochet just like that. And now we're going to chain 4, 3, and 4. And we're going to move over here to these 2 double crochets, and we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to skip over all of that, and we're going to do a double crochet right here into this first one. And then we're going to do a double crochet right here into the next one. This next one is technically a chain 3 where we moved up that row. So 1, 2, and 3. Get into the top of that third chain and do a double crochet. And then just in the same exact stitch, we're going to do another double crochet. So we have 3 at the beginning of this row. We want 3 at the end of it to keep it nice and even. So as you can see, this is what we have going on so far. So now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to turn our work. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a double crochet right here into this very first one. So we're going to work a double crochet right into that stitch. Just like that. Now we're going to do a double crochet in this very next stitch. And we're going to do a double crochet in the very next stitch. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to move over here to this single crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet right there on the top of it. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to come over here to this double crochet. So we're going to skip over all of this, skipping this, and moving right here to this double crochet, and we're going to do a double crochet right into the top of that stitch. We're going to do a double crochet right here into the next double crochet. And we're going to do a double crochet right here into the top of this chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Find that third one, and you're going to do a double crochet right there on the top of it. And last but not least, we're going to do another double crochet right there into that same exact stitch. So take a stop real quick, and we're going to look at our work. Looking very good, looking very good. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. And now we're going to do a single crochet right here into the very first stitch. So we're not skipping anything, we're not moving over. Right there in that first stitch, do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to move over here and we're going to go into the last stitch. So we're going to skip 2 double crochets on the row, the previous row. So we're going to skip here, and we're going to go right here into this last one in this section, and we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, I'm sorry, we need to chain 3. So I apologize, we're going to back that up. You were going to chain 3 here. You could probably get away with a chain 2. And now we're going to go ahead and do a double crochet right here into that single crochet. And now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to move over here to this double crochet, this very first one. So we're skipping over this and going right here into this double crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet. And now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip over the next 2 double crochets, and we're going to go right here in the top of this chain 3. So count up from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to insert and do a single crochet right there into that stitch. And now you are finished. So what you're going to do is you're going to rewind from here. You can rewind back, and you're going to do the exact same thing over on the other side so that you are working in the exact same manner. So you have 2 of these little, I've kind of squished it together a little bit, but you want 2 of these in order to form your shoulders. And this is also going to be part of your neckline. So you're going to be adding your back panel back here, and I'm going to show you how in part 3. So thank you so much for watching. You guys move on to part 3, and we will get this sweater all finished up. Just zooming out a little bit so you can see. If this were the same color, obviously it would look quite a bit better, but you've got a shoulder panel over here and a shoulder panel over here. This one has the part needed so that you can easily connect this to the back. You'll have a stitch to work in across here. So that is how you want it to end up looking in order to finish out. And then you're going to move over and do the other side just the same exact way.